The struggle to recover from Hurricane Harvey. Satellite photos show what some of the hardest hit areas looked like before Harvey touched down and what they look like now after the historic storm passed through.
Overnight, emergency crews continued to deal with the fallout from a massive fire and explosions at a flooded Houston area chemical plant. Evacuations there are expected to continue as the company expects the remaining containers to explode at any time. Harvey is being blamed for at least 40 deaths. Almost 125,000 customers are still without power.
Today, President Trump will make his second visit to the disaster zone as the federal government begins the process to help the Gulf Coast recover. We have a team of correspondents throughout East Texas. We start with Kris Van Cleave, who's been monitoring the situation at that chemical plant in Crosby, Texas. Kris, good morning.
Good morning. The fire crews behind us here are essentially waiting for the next fire to start. The chemical plant says that could happen at any minute. But even when it does, there's not a whole lot the firefighters can do about it. They're going to have to let the fire burn itself out because it's just too dangerous to go in and fight it directly.
Huge flames shoot from some of the 8 trailers containing explosively unstable organic peroxide inside the Arkema chemical plant. As the smoke billowed, sheriff's deputies more than a mile away put on protective gear, including gas masks. Earlier, some residents living near the plant tried to get around a mandatory evacuation order to go back home. Sanda Trammell was met with roadblocks.
And because of the explosion risk, they will not let us into our house. And we know that it flooded, and we just want to get back there and see.
On Thursday, a 9th container exploded and burst into flames after the flood knocked out the plant's refrigeration system that keeps the volatile chemicals stable. The smoke from that fire sent 18 police and paramedics to the hospital with symptoms ranging from lost voices to dizziness to choking. More explosions are imminent, but Friday we were able to get a look at the plant just a couple of hours before the fire started. Vehicles remain submerged and parts of the facility are still waterlogged. Are you worried about these explosions they're talking about?
In a way, yeah. You never know. They haven't been bad, but they could get bad.
Gwinnett Argo was trying to make it home to get more medication.
We had no water problems at all. Our problem was because of this chemical plant. And we don't know when we can get in, who's going to notify us when we can come back. Nobody's told us anything.
The plant houses a number of potentially dangerous chemicals, but the company insists that those are isolated away from where these trailers are and that the fire shouldn't impact those other dangerous chemicals. But the smoke itself can be an irritant and can cause breathing problems. That's part of why there's a 1.5 mile evacuation zone. Anthony?
All right, Kris Van Cleave in Crosby, Texas. Thank you, Kris.